I have been really looking forward to this episode right here because today we are completing the final mission of the StarCraft Remastered campaign. Now, of course, after this goes live, I'm still gonna continue onwards as well with the Brood War campaign, but I got myself some tea and I think it is time to jump into it. At the end of the previous episode, by the way, we ended up killing a couple of the Zerg Cerebrates, and I think that the Overmind is next. Eye of the Storm, Protoss command ship in low orbit over the planet Ire.
Executor, our plan worked perfectly. The Zerg defenses are broken, and the way to the Overmind is laid bare. The time for our stand has come.
Indeed. My friends, this is our final hour. Not all of us may survive the coming conflict. Yet, death may be a blessing should we fail here. We seek now to destroy a foe that has ravaged its way across the universe, consuming all in its path. And now, it has reached the end of its long journey. The Overmind has come to destroy all that we hold dear, and assimilate us into itself. And I say to thee, this shall not come to pass. Ire shall not fall. Executor, I stand ready.
Let's do it.
As do I.
Well, I guess all I have left is to see this through. The Zerg have taken everything from me. My home, my family, my friends. I know that nothing I do can bring those things back. But I'll be damned if I just sit on my hands and wait for the end. I want a piece of them, all right. I'm in.
Then let our actions speak for us. For Adun. For Ire!
I was just gonna give my allegiance as well, but then apparently Raynor started up an entire story there, talking about his sad life. A little bit unfortunate there, but regardless, indeed, the next objectives for this final mission are to destroy the Overmind. Tassadar, Raynor, and Zeratul must survive. Now, before we jump into it, by the way, I actually have no clue how this mission ends. I don't know if the Overmind will actually die. I don't know what happens when the Overmind dies, if he does end up dying. I have no clue what the follow-up is going to be. So I'm really excited for this, because I guess I will finally figure out what the StarCraft storyline is all about. Anyways, it's time to jump into it.
Executor, Tassadar, this comes too late to you. But the Conclave has witnessed your defeat of the Cerebrates.
You've not enough minerals.
They know now that they cannot deny the necessity or the valiancy of your actions. We sought to punish you, while it was we who were in error. You represent what is greatest in us all, and all our hopes go with you. Entaro Adun, brave sons of Ire.
Well, that's quite fascinating.
Wow. Does that mean they're gonna send some backup for us?
I read you.
Wait, what? Wait. I have to manage 2 bases? Oh, snap. Alright, so if you have to manage 2 bases at once, this is gonna get messy real quick. Let's go ahead and put you in a little bit of a better position. I actually can't really believe there that Aldaris decided to support us there. That's quite surprising. That really is quite surprising. I did not anticipate that being a thing. Now, we do have, by the way, access to the Gantry Door, which is the one thing that we were doing all of these meetings on previously, right? Now, judging by this setup, even though this is a Protoss campaign, I've got a lot more mineral patches here for the Terran pieces. So I'm thinking here, what kind of unit composition do we want to build? Right? Do I want to focus primarily on Terran units, or do I want to focus primarily on Protoss units? What kind of Protoss units do I want to focus on? I think if we're gonna build Protoss units, I should make them as high tier as possible. Even though that may not be the most efficient way of playing it, it's gonna be the easiest thing to control, right? When you think about it, if I get a handful of carriers out, they're gonna be like really straightforward to control. Whereas if I focus on like Zealots and Dragoons and all that, it's gonna become a lot more tricky. As far as the Terran pieces go, however, I am not entirely convinced what I should be going for. By the way, apparently the supply does carry over. I don't know if that means that right now we're gonna be at multiples of 200. Do you think I can go up to like 400 supply here? I really don't know, but this is gonna get really annoying really fast. So you're gonna be hotkey 4, you're gonna be hotkey 5 here. I think I'm mostly done making probes on this side of the map, but I am gonna definitely need a couple more things over here. But I think as far as the Protoss go here, I am gonna tech up straight towards carriers, and we're gonna try and use that to our advantage. Now, of course, by the way, I could go heavy into carriers as well, because the resources seem to be, seem to go in between these guys, if that makes any sense, right? Like, both the Terran and the Protoss get the same set of income here. What kind of army composition am I gonna look for here, though, with the Terran pieces? I think that I may want to go for something that's gonna be reasonably easy to control. Since we're going up against Zerg, Bio is not that bad of a choice, actually. But we could also go ahead and play mech. You know what? I think that the best way of playing this is just gonna be straight up Bio. Straight up Bio. Go ahead. Get a couple of these guys going, please. How many barracks do you reckon we can support off of one base? I have no clue. Do you think I'm gonna have an expansion nearby as well, by the way? I really don't know. Alright, this is gonna be a rather tricky mission, though. I remember these kind of missions during the Warcraft 3 campaign, when I did my playthrough of that, which was definitely a lot of fun. But we had several missions in there as well, where I had to manage several bases, and those were definitely not my personal favorites, because they were rather frustrating to deal with. Also, apparently, there's a lot of gas over here, so we're gonna get a ton of gas income. We're gonna get a lot of gas income, actually. One Zerg coming in, apparently. I should probably get some of these things going. Zeratools, by the way, hanging out over there too. And Rainer, of course, in his big command ship as well. Let's go ahead and put a couple of these guys into the gas there. Go ahead. You guys are all going to be rallied over in that direction. I don't know if I already set that up. I think I have, but regardless. Let's make some Mariners. And then we'll go ahead and also produce ourselves the Academy, which is going to be very important. There we go. So we're going to get a ton of gas income, actually. We're going to get a lot of gas income. I don't really know exactly how much we're going to need in this assimilator over here. But judging by the setup, I actually could go very heavy into carriers and be just fine. We can actually do that, right? So since carriers are rather expensive when it comes to gas, we're probably gonna have to spend our minerals one way or another, right? And I can go ahead and do so on Marines, right? Marine Medic is not gonna be that gas heavy, so we can use all of the gas income that we get just to... I think that's a pretty good idea, right? Alright, so we're getting our tech upgrades, which I found to be very helpful. Let's go ahead and then get also a second Stargate out, because I think I'm gonna be able to support 2 of them. Let's put up some more probes into the gas there, and I think with this setup, maybe I need one more in gas over this one. We're gonna be in a pretty decent position. Like 2 or 3 more probes maybe on minerals there. I could definitely use some more SCVs here though. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself some upgrades here. So we're gonna get the ranged upgrade here, as well as of course Stimpack, as soon as we can afford it. Now units are currently moving onwards. I could just go ahead and put them in bunkers. Very good. If you could repair this thing as well, that would be very nice. And now that the fleet beacon is done, I can start producing my very, very first carrier. I wonder how this is gonna work out though. Is this gonna be as hard as the Warcraft 3 campaign? I really don't know. Alright, so we got the first carrier coming in. I am very heavy on gas at this point, but don't really have a whole lot of minerals anymore. That's alright. Rainer, I think you're gonna hang out over here. Well, actually, you can defend, I guess, up this ramp. That's fine too. Upgrade completed was probably the infantry weapons. I think first off, though, I'm gonna get myself another carrier going. And we're also gonna get the carrier capacity upgrade here. Very nice. Let's get another probe to construct another pylon. Maybe even 2. Yeah, but let's go for 2. And maybe I should look actually if there's gonna be another base somewhere nearby. Because so far we're doing a pretty decent job at managing it all, but... this is gonna be hotkey F2 right here. That's gonna be right on top of these barracks, and hotkey F3 is gonna be right on top of the Stargate units. Let's get +1 armor here as well. And, well, I guess you can go ahead and construct a depot. Although depots are not quite as cost efficient, I guess, as these units. Anyway, they are gonna be more than enough to mine this entire map. Let's get the Stimpack upgrade going. And let's get ourselves another carrier started as well. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and save, because right now we got a good setup. Let's actually put it on Loco 1. Right now we got a good setup. I feel like we're in a really powerful position. And we have done a good job at, like, you know, at least displaying all of the units that we've got and, you know, laying out the groundwork. I think we come up with a good strategy here as well. Marine carrier. Marine medic carrier. Let's go ahead and get some medics here as well, just because we're probably gonna need some of those. I should try and start up another carrier here in a second, though, out of this one. And maybe we can use some of these Dark Templar to do a little bit of scouting about. Just because we don't really know a whole lot about close proximity to our bases. There we go. Let's go ahead and start up some more interceptors.
Research complete.
And really, so far, I'm getting a lot more gas income than I was anticipating. I could go ahead and make some Archons and whatnot as well. Maybe some science vessels would not be bad, but I kind of have to make a lot of buildings for that, so I don't know if I want to bother. We found out so far, though, that if you get a lot of air units with Protoss, they're really good. Believe it or not, air units as Protoss are really good. There's not a base up here. Okay, so be it indeed. We'll construct another Nexus. Very good. Now sure, there's gonna be some units here as well. And that's gonna be a little annoying. But I don't think that this is gonna really hurt us all that much. That's actually quite nice though. I wonder if we're gonna get another command center as well. I have no idea. This is actually gonna be rather tricky to afford. I can't quite afford all of the things. I want to make some more probes here as well, which I am gonna have to get, right? I'm gonna have to get some probes over in this side. We found another base. I wonder if the same can be set right here on this side of the map, though. Let's send some Marines out on the map as well. What if there's just like an in-base expansion? I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. Okay, let's get this carrier going. Come on. Well, nothing all too crazy here nearby, although I would want to get myself another pylon here as well. Everything is looking rather nice at this point, though. I'm getting a lot of gas income. What do you think we should make? I could go Archons. Archons would be a pretty solid decision here, all things considered. Because they are going to be so very powerful. Now, apparently, there's some Brootlings here? Interesting. Well, one of my units ended up dying there. That's unfortunate. I actually don't think that that is a bad idea. Let's go ahead and get some Archons here as well, if we still happen to be flooding minerals here in just a second. In order to do that, of course, I'm going to need quite a couple of structures. So let's go ahead and get a pylon over there too, so we can connect some gateways to that one. If I can afford it, that is, though. So far, I'm really not getting enough mineral income just yet. That base is finishing up right now. There we go. So I just queued up about 10 probes. Hashtag professional gamer right here. Depends on your definition of professional gamer, I guess, right? Technically speaking, my profession is to play games, right? Because a lot of you, watch my stuff, which, by the way, I really appreciate. I mean, I've tried to express my gratitude about 100 times in the past, but I'm not particularly great at it. But I really do appreciate that so many of you watch these videos. Regardless, though, I don't think I'm gonna be that much of a professional gamer when it comes to winning tournaments in StarCraft, hey? Alright. Very good. I mean, I don't really need the gas over at this expansion, so we're not gonna bother with that one for a little while. Do I really need to, like, do anything here with the Terran, to be honest? Maybe I can just use them for mining here, primarily. I mean, it is the Protoss campaign after all, right? It would make sense if you just simply make, Protoss units here. Unless I am mistaken here. Okay, that upgrade is just about to finish. Nicht du? Ooh. A whole lot of units are just about to move up this ramp. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some units here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna slow down here on the amount of units that we have. Or on this side of the map either. With that Citadel of Adun done, I think I want to get myself a Templar Archives. Put some more dudes in the dudes. And we'll get like a handful of gateways started over on this side. Dark Templar, get out of the way! Come on now, man! We're here to win a war. You guys are just gonna stand there, and then when a probe comes through, you're not even gonna do anything about it? That's rude. Okay, very good. I should probably get these guys to mining, eh? And just in case, I'm gonna start up that assimilator as well. Alright, very good. So there's gonna be another expansion over here as well. There's expansions for days. All over the map. Interesting. Interesting. Let's get a handful of Marines, or medics going, rather. Should I construct another base over there? You know what? We're committed so much into expanding already. I don't need to make that many SCVs anymore. Because I already have about 1 billion. Yeah, this is looking pretty solid. So, once again, right, we're building up a ton of stuff. So, actually, does the supply carry over? I'm trying to see here if it, like, switches. I seem like I have got a lot more than 53 supply. That is not accurate. Maybe everything is halved? Have they, like, fixed the 1998 issue by halving the amount of supply that's showing up? I really don't know. Regardless. I must construct additional pylon. I got some depots coming in, mate. Oh, that one is already done, I guess. Oh, no. Okay, so I misunderstood the way it works. Now, if you're new to this playthrough series, by the way, you may not be aware of the fact that I sometimes do not see things that are very, very obvious. I've been playing so much StarCraft over the last couple of years that I glance over at the top right corner and then I look at the mineral and gas count, right? That's kind of how we roll. That's just kind of what I'm used to doing and what I've been doing for a very long amount of time. It does look like my resources carry over between the two different bases, but apparently the supply counts do not quite do the exact same thing there. For some reason, I did not notice that until just now. I can already imagine, though, there's gonna be some upset people typing comments such as, "I can't believe that Lowko did not just see what he was supposed to see right from second number 1. And you're probably right. I should have noticed that. I apologize. Does anyone remember that mission a couple of episodes ago where I ended up killing all of the Marines? It turns out that by judging, from the comments section at the very least, there were about, I would say about 500 or so comments in that video saying that the Marines were friendly. They were part of my, composition, and they were apparently part of Rainer's army. I did not realize that until, people posted it in the comment section of the video. Interestingly enough, I completed that entire mission without even realizing that the Marines were mine. That they were the ones that I was supposed to bait the Zerg towards. And I've received a fair share of comments on that video just explaining to me that I am a total idiot and that I should have realized that a long, long time ago. Anyhow, that was the most embarrassing part of this playthrough series so far. Definitely. Not a whole lot else has been that embarrassing in my YouTube, video career, I suppose. But that definitely was not the most clever thing I've ever done. Anyway, let's spend some money. Here comes the money. Spending all the money on the interceptors. Here's the thing, though. Am I really gonna need the Terran? I mean, I got a lot of stuff here. Don't get me wrong. I can, send a couple of these dudes over and mine over here for a little while longer and all that. But, like, am I really gonna need the Terran? Or do I just, like, am I just fine if I just simply defend? Am I fine if I just simply defend with the Terran units and let that just sort of be, its own thing? Because I've got so many carriers, actually. I didn't even realize it. I've been making carriers here for a while. You know what? Let's go ahead and save here, just in case. Let's get some of these guys to mining as well, and maybe create another supply depot here. Because here's the thing, right? I got so many items, or so many units already. I highly doubt that it really matters. Come on, find your buddy. Come on, find your buddy. This is like back in primary school. Are you really stuck there, mate? This guy really needs his handhold. Do you see that? Come on, find your buddy. No, other way. That's just a little tree. Don't be scared. There you go. Not a hug of love. Perfect. You're probably gonna be stuck too, aren't you? Ah, it's okay, buddy. More carriers. When in doubt, more carriers is always a good mantra to live by if you are playing Protoss. All right, nicht du. Let's do a little bit of a push across the map. I don't know where the Overmind is going to be located, but I do know that I've got a lot of stuff. I don't even know what they're firing. Oh god, I didn't really consider Scourge. It doesn't really matter though. These are carriers. They got about 1 billion HP anyway. Alright. Let's go ahead, though, and make sure that I create enough interceptors here, because I am losing a couple here in the process. I'm assuming, by the way, that the Overmind is going to hang out in the middle of the map, which would make a lot of sense. Arcos are finally here as well. Let's target fire as well, which I found to be very helpful in the past. Okay, very good. Let's clean up as much of this Zerg here as we can. And while apparently there are some Zerglings now going for a run by as well, we have now also found some purple units here on the minimap. They may have actually been there earlier as well. Oh man. That's a lot of Scourge. I wonder if Marines would have been helpful there. I'm actually losing a lot of my probes on this side of the map as well. Ooh. You know what? I think we're better off if we go back for just a little bit. Let's actually take the path that these Zerglings took as well. Let's just go ahead and try and be smart about it. Is this by the yeah, this is before these guys started derping about. Perfect. Come on. There you go. And you know the drill. Go ahead, move over that way. I don't know exactly where these Zerglings came from. I just know that they're a little annoying to deal with. Let's get you guys to mining. You guys to mining as well. Where did those Zerglings come from? I'm not sure. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter anyway. Are you guys for the embrace already? Okay, good. You guys, do the embrace as well? There you go. Can I hotkey you guys? I can. Perfect. Alright. You guys can be part of hotkey number 2 as well. And we gotta basically just be smart about the engagement here. Now, is it possible to target fire down Scourge before they can deal all their damage? I don't know. If I get the Archons in front of this, though, I can eat so much of that splash damage, right? Or not splash damage, I guess, but I can eat a lot of that damage here in time. So I'm gonna put my Archons here in front. You guys just hold position over here. What's hold position? S? Okay, good. I changed up my hotkeys a little. I know there's gonna be some Scourge that come in, but if I can target fire on top of them with a lot of my units, with my Archons here in particular, that of course do a lot of damage, we may not be in a terrible position, although this is still less than ideal. There's just simply so much stuff. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna look at that fight so much. Focus on spending our resources here instead. It's one of the golden rules of StarCraft. It's very easy to get carried away with microing 2 units, but if you've got a couple of thousand resources in the bank, 99% of the time, it really shouldn't be the case. Like, you really should not be doing that. What we can do, however, is create a couple of these dudes. Let's get a shield battery in front of it as well. That way we should be in a pretty decent position. And that should be one base taken care of, right? Now, this is a big one here in the center. There's some more stuff right there in the corner, too. But I think, once again, I'm in a good spot here to go ahead and just simply save it. Just because I haven't really moved out with the Terran yet, and I don't know if I'm risking it. What I could do, though... So we got a couple of hotkeys of Zerg. Or of Protoss, rather. We can do the same thing for Terran. Alright, a lot of these... Oh my god, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? If you guys could all explode on just one, though, I'd be totally happy with that. No, that wasn't actually all too bad at all. Hotkey 0. Hotkey 9. Hotkey 8. You guys should be part of hotkey 8 as well. Oh man, 8 is far away on the keyboard, Lowko. Hotkey 7. And I think I'm gonna move you guys in here as well. Alright. Just move in this direction, boys. So they're all moving out. Come on. Move over. Can you guys even get in here this way? I don't even know if you can. I guess you can't, huh? Alright. Get some more interceptors going. And we'll just continue pushing onwards here. Now, is that the Overmind? Oh, that's him right there. I was already wondering what he would look like. Right? Is he I don't know what he is. Turns out, he is like a Zerg hive structure here. Can I just attack move on top of him? Yeah, get in there, boys. Destroy them all. Oh god. Apparently there's a couple of dividers here as well. I don't know if I had to be worrying about those guys, but regardless, the Terran is now moving onwards. I'm gonna target fire down that thing. Hotkey 7, target fire. Hotkey 8, target fire. Hotkey 9, target fire it down. It's got 5,000 HP. You can see it somewhere in between all of those interceptors. But it's currently taking damage rapidly. And that's the Overmind. Exposed.
The Overmind has been weakened, but I fear we have sustained severe damage ourselves. I will steer the Gantrathor into a collision course with the Overmind. If I can channel enough of the Dark Templar's energy through the hull of the Gantrathor, I should be able to bring swift death to the accursed abomination. Remember us, Executor. Remember what was done here today. May Adun watch over you.
Okay. And with that, we've officially completed the StarCraft Remastered original campaign. Epilogue. As the chaotic swirling energies subsided, a heavy silence settled over the battlefields of Ire. Due to Tessadar's noble sacrifice, the Overmind was now dead and the Zerg swarms were scattered and broken. But as the heroes surveyed their once glorious homeland, they realized that their victory had cost them all but their lives. Ire was left nothing more than a smoldering ruin. Those few Protoss who survived the final battle could only wonder what the future would hold for their race. And far away on the distant planet Char, Kerrigan, the self-styled Queen of Blades, knew that the time of her ascension was at hand. And there we have it. Man! What an epic campaign. I gotta say, the storyline of StarCraft 1, it's on point. And I gotta be honest, I'm actually genuinely and pleasantly surprised with the way that this campaign has played. I mean, obviously, a lot of the missions are a little bit repetitive, and I don't think there's a whole lot we can fault right there. Because you gotta keep in mind, when this game came out, it must have been like shattering all of the standard, you know, RTS games that were out at that time as well. I mean, all of the cutscenes in between, the heavy focus on lore and storylines, and then also, you know, the variety in races and all that. I think it's really, really well done. That was really good fun. Anyways, like I mentioned, that means that in the next video of this StarCraft Remastered playthrough, I'm gonna be starting up with the Brood War campaign as well. I hope today, though, that you enjoyed watching this video. If you have and you enjoyed watching this series, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, you know what to do. If you want to receive a notification as soon as I upload the next video, so the very first one of the Brood War campaign, do make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile alright, and I will see you in the next one.